Being able to create your own logic as programmable R code is a very essential skill that you need to have. In this video, we will see everything about writing conditional statements in R. Let's take the case of drugs manufactured at a healthcare company. Now, these drugs are manufactured in two batches. The item IDs from 1 to 39 are produced in batch 1. Remaining from 40 to 100 are produced in batch 2. These are stored as one single vector in a vector called item underscore ID. Now I want to write a simple if else statement. I take one sample from this 100 units and want to check if it belongs to batch 1 or batch 2. It's a very simple if else statement. Now how do I write that? If it is belonging to batch 1, I want to print batch 1, else I will print batch 2. The syntax of if else in R looks like this. Notice right after the if statement there is a bracket. Following that you have a curly bracket. Now if there is a corresponding else statement, the else typically starts in the same line as the curly bracket ends. Then the curly bracket corresponding to else also starts in the same line. On running this, we know that 2, I'm just using the constant 2, we already know this, but since it's quite obvious, this will evaluate to true. Therefore, this statement got executed. Now, the difference between if and if else is in if, you can pass only one single item. You cannot pass an entire vector. If you want to check the condition for more than one item, for example, in this case, I want to return batch 1 for all the items that belong to batch 1. That is, whenever item ID is lesser than 40, all these cases where we have true here, I want to return batch 1. And all the cases where we have false, I want to return batch 2. If you are familiar with Microsoft Office Excel or Google Spreadsheets, you should be able to relate this with the if statement, if formula that you use in those software. It is very much like this. Now, if I run this piece of code, my manufacturing table will have batch 1 in all the places of item ID that are less than 40. Remaining places, we will have batch 2. Now, I want to create a new variable called sale price. Given that the MRP, that is the retail price of each unit of the drug, is 10 units, I want to give a discount of 80% on all the items that belong to batch 1. How to do that? Use the same if else, same condition. Now, by doing MRP into 0.8, whenever this first statement evaluates to true, this is it getting returned. Whenever it is false, just MRP is getting returned. So at the end of the day, you get only one variable being created as a result of running this if else.